Hello everyone, hope everybody's doing great and that this video finds you in great spirit. Today we're going to be talking about The Witcher Season 2. First off, just like to let everybody know that I have never read the books or played the video games. So this is just me going off what I see here on the series on Netflix. So if there's something that they changed and I don't see it, sorry, I didn't read the books or anything like that. To me, season 2 is kind of like a sophomore jinx a little bit of season 1. I enjoyed season 1 a lot better than season 2. And I think it's because my expectations for season 2 were like up here, but they end up being like right here for the show. The reason why I just enjoy season 1, I mean, the first few episodes of season 1 was kind of confusing to me because they had the 3 different timelines, and it took me a while to realize what was actually going on. But I did enjoy the series on a whole, like how Yennefer got her powers, became a witch, basically, and the whole thing how Geralt, if that's how you pronounce his name, and Ciri became together. I kind of enjoyed all that, and I enjoyed the season finale. Season 2, by the way, this is non-spoilers. I'll do a spoiler review in a couple of days. Season 2 to me was a little bit more slower as we see these characters, and I just feel like it was going to be building up to something bigger than what it ended up being. I was kind of disappointed in where the series storyline ended at the end of the series, at the end of the season, I'm sorry. And then kind of like with Yennefer 2 as well, her storyline, I thought it was going to be a little bit different at the end. And I was just kind of disappointed where those two characters' storyline ended. Geralt, I thought Henry Cavill, if that's how I pronounce his last name, did an excellent job as portraying in his role as Geralt, and he did great. And I think the actress who did Ciri as well and Yennefer, thought their portrayal of those characters were really, really great, and the acting overall, I really enjoyed it throughout this series. Just didn't like where the storyline went from the beginning to the end. And then I guess if we're going to do like a message of this season, it was basically how hate and fear can control your actions and can easily manipulate you into doing things that you might not really would have done in the first place. As we see how with Yennefer's problems that she's having throughout this series, and how this season, and how she's trying to find who she is because of what she lost was so important to her, and was how she felt like was the core to her being, and how the fear of not being able to have this thing that she lost back, trying to keep this vague as possible, and how this kind of manipulated her in making the decisions that she made, and which is even controlled her to the very, I think, like the second to last episode, and until she finally realized that she made a mistake for what action she was about to take in order to get this significant thing that she lost. And then we see with Ciri, her will to not be afraid to do things, to try to push herself to be better and to overcome whatever obstacles are in her way. And then we got the other side characters, and how we got the elf princess or queen, and how her fear and then even hatred near the end made her decide basically to get her revenge, which was which we find out was a revenge on the wrong people, who are people that were actually innocent, and how those who are in control were able to use her fear and hatred to make her do these bad things to those who didn't really deserve it at all, to a certain degree. To people that didn't really deserve it at all, because the people she ended up hurting in the end had nothing to do with the plight of the elves in general. Though this season also touched on prejudices and how these prejudices can cause harm to those who uh, are like innocent and make you do stuff that are very mean and hateful. And this is something that even in real life we see throughout history. Prejudice, fear, and hate can really cause people to do very evil things. And this is basically how this season is. We even see this in today's time as well, even in the United States and then in other countries, how people are using fear to control other people's actions. And this is basically what the core of season 2 is about: is how those who are wanting more power, who are trying to gain more power, are using fear to manipulate certain characters to do their bidding. And that's basically what season 2 is about. Also, to me, I thought the finale was a little bit of a letdown. You know, in season 1, we got the big old battle and stuff, and it was great seeing everybody be able to use their magic or chaos and to defeating the enemy, or an enemy fighting them and such. We didn't really get this in the finale of this one. I feel like all of a sudden I was watching Monster Hunter there at the end, or even maybe Dino Crisis, as you see these dinosaur-like creatures come out and start fighting the Witchers. I did enjoy that we did see a lot more of the Witchers and a little bit more of their powers in this one. Again, even with the Witchers and their leadership, we saw how this fear and hatred made them do things that you normally wouldn't see them do. The prejudice against Ciri, how some of them were trying to, at the beginning, before she won them over, wasn't really treating her well, and such like that. But overall, I did enjoy season 2. I just didn't think it was as good as season 1. I would recommend season 2 if you're somebody who enjoyed The Witcher season 1. You would like this. If you're somebody who enjoyed like the sword and sorcery type of entertainment, you'll like this as well. I did have a little bit of political intrigue, which I liked. You know, political maneuvering and stuff like that. Good fighting with the CGI monsters and stuff. I thought the CGI was great. Some of the storyline stuff I didn't really care too much, but I guess it was appropriate for it to be there. Particularly when they had kind of like the Beauty and the Beast storyline, and what's that, episode 3, when they visited that one guy, and he's kind of, and she was like a hog, pig-like guy. I guess it was good for it to be there, but I think it was something that they could have changed a little bit to make it more significant. And overall, I mean, that's my review. We'll get a little bit more details and stuff in a later video, what I liked and didn't like, and more spoilers on that one. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you watched it, please leave a comment. Interested to see, hear, and read your opinions, I guess, more than here. And have a great day. Bye.